What's up, y'all? Initial thoughts coming out of Fantastic Four First Steps. John Jones. Woo!
Visually beautiful. Love the soundtrack too.
And Francis.
Excellent score, excellent comic book entertainment, excellent summer movie.
Derek Dunham, reviews of that.
Solid popcorn fun for the family.
I'm just gonna close it out. Fantastic. I got my Herbie. I gotta get my Galactus. And shout out to my man Matt Grant. Check out the full review on Nerds Rule the World. Nerds Rule the World. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. We are here to do a review of the amazing new film, or should I say, fantastic new film, The Fantastic Four First Steps, from Marvel Studios and Disney. Before we drop our review, let me introduce my pal Webster Style from Checkpoint Sartorial Geek. How are you, sir?
Good, brother. How about you, man?
I'm wonderful, man. You're actually fresh from screening the film today as well.
Yeah, I've been home.
So I know you got some thoughts, right? Got a lot of thoughts. Yeah. All right, before we drop them and do our review thing, let's check out the trailer together, man, to get vibing with this before we drop our review. You ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny!
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time!
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner.
Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on! Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
All right, in theaters now, as of this recording, Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four First Steps. Let me not forget the like the Ohio State or whatever, right? It's the Fantastic Four because as we'll get into the review, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you vibe off of this real quick, y'all. That this is finally the Fantastic Four of Fantastic Four films, because I personally feel that they finally got it completely right. But we'll, obviously talk a little bit more on that. Before we dig down again with a review, this is your first time checking out the NRW. We like to show love to the cast and crew, and I'll also give a little bit of synopsis without spoiling in regards to the film, and then we'll give our full review. And maybe we'll do some spoilers that we'll put at the very end credits. I don't know yet. We'll talk Webster Style and I as you hear us discuss this, and if there's something we want to spoil, we'll save it though for the very end, so we won't spoil y'all if you haven't seen it yet. But as we do, let's give love to the cast and crew. Director on this is Matt Shakman. Matt Shakman from previous films such as WandaVision. Well, WandaVision, the TV series. He worked on WandaVision, so that was a pretty dope TV series, if I might say so myself. I really enjoyed WandaVision. He also worked on Game of Thrones, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, as well as The Great, also Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. So he did quite a bit of TV, if you will. So shout out to Matt Shakman as the director. This film was written, the screenplay was written by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer, based off stories by Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer, and Cat Wood. And then obviously Fantastic Four is based on the Marvel Comics created by the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, which I really love that they gave some pretty cool nods, especially to my man, Jack Kirby. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, shortly, Webster Style and I. The cast are Fantastic Four. Our Reed Richards and Mr. Fantastic is Pedro Pascal, who's in literally everything right now. He just dropped a film last week called Eddington that you all should go check out. I recommend that film, but he's killing it. We got Vanessa Kirby as our Sue Storm / Invisible Woman. And if you saw her react with Webster Style and I, she has a new film coming to Netflix called The Night Comes, I think, right?
Yeah.
Webster Style. I'm looking forward to seeing her in that. We have Ebon Moss-Bachrach, who you know from The Bear, as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, and Joseph Quinn, who you saw in Gladiator. He's played a lot of other weird roles, and I wasn't quite sure about him in this. Is our Johnny Storm / Human Torch. I'm sorry, was how you wanted to say something there?
Eddie in Stranger Things.
Oh, that's where he was in as well. I knew him from something. He's done a lot of weird roles, but in like Gladiator, he was like very slimy, and so I wasn't sure how he would be in this, but I'll tell you those thoughts in a sec. Galactus, that is finally done right.
Not that purple cloud shit.
Yeah, not that bullshit cloud BS. Is played by the great Ralph Ineson. Shalabal, our Silver Surfer, who works in this timeline and is perfect.
Yep.
A lot of that BS that people were upset about. Come on now. Worked for this story and what their intentions were, and is a Silver Surfer in comics and everything. So these people who were talking shit are non-comic fans, y'all. They don't know the real deal. Shalabal, Silver Surfer, was played by the one and only Julia Garner. We also have Natasha Lyonne, who I love from American Pie and other films, played Rachel Rosman. We also have, and I was screaming when I saw this, we have Harvey Elder, a.k.a. Mole Man, Paul Walter Hauser.
I love that inclusion. I really
Brilliant casting, brother.
Really brilliant.
Brilliant casting. And a host of others. There's many to name. And as we always say, it takes a village to make a film. So respect and love to everybody. There's thousands of people that made Fantastic Four: The First Steps. And they deserve their love. But we're highlighting, just a few. But we give love to everyone. And in brief, synopsis of the story. Fantastic Four have been around for a while in this separate universe. We now live in a multiverse, y'all. We know that. Y'all should know that if you've been following the Marvel films. This is Earth 828, which that 828, they are giving love to August 28th, the birth of Jack Kirby. You find that out later in the end credits. And that's not a spoiler, because that's just the birth date of Jack Kirby. If you know who that man is, he's the one who helped with Stan Lee give us the Fantastic Four. But I have to say, probably really is the true father, because if you know Stan Lee and a lot of how he kind of overtook on some certain credits, Jack Kirby poured his heart and soul into the Fantastic Four. This is his stamp in every way in who the Fantastic Four are, is Jack Kirby. So I love that Earth 828 is a nod to that man. So we're in Earth 828, where the Fantastic Four, as we learned in the beginning, it starts off on a show that you saw in the trailer, the Ted Gilbert show, I think it was, and they recant how they went off into space. They got these powers. They came back down, and they're Earth's great protectors. They have powers. It's known. The universe, the people there know everything about them. It's also kind of a 60s period for Earth in this age, which is perfect and a complete nod again to the comics. They couldn't do that now because everybody has to be set in now period in today's Earth 616 universe. So I love that they wanted to give that show that love to this time. And I want to also kind of get into review how they pulled off retro and futuristic all at the same time, Webster style. They nailed it. It was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing. But they nailed that. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So we get introduced to the Fantastic Four. They're on the show. We're learning how they came to be here. As they come off of this, we're learning that Sue Storm is pregnant. And how is this entire world going to deal with knowing that these superpowered people that are protectors of the universe now have a baby coming? But also, as we learn that, the Herald, Shalabal, Silver Surfer, comes into this Earth 828 and says that Galactus is coming. So they now have to go stop this threat, or else everyone is going to be losing their life on this planet. And hence the rest of the story happens. Do they stop Galactus? Does he come to Earth? Well, you saw that in the trailer. He does come to this Earth. And how do we close this situation out? You'll have to see the film. I'm going to close that out there. I think I covered everything without spoiling. And that was all in the trailer. Would you say so, Webster? Did I complete that?
Yeah, you got that. You
all right. It. Thank you, sir. So let's get into it, man. The Fantastic Four, First Steps. We've had a lot of previous Fantastic Four films. What were your thoughts when you first heard about this film finally coming to be in this new MCU post the previous Fantastic Four films, post that weird one with Michael B. Jordan as our Johnny Storm? What was your vibe? Were you a fan of the comics? Were you a fan of the Fantastic Four as a hero set? Take me into all of that as we lead into the Fantastic Four.
Well, I will say, as someone who grew up reading comics, the Fantastic Four never grabbed me as a comic. I love the cartoons, the concept of the Fantastic Four, them including everything else, but I can't sit here and tell you there was ever a run that I actually, there was a run that I read when they replaced the Fantastic Four with Spider-Man and Wolverine and the rest of them. You know, that was it in that regard. But for me, I always loved the concept of them, the Marvel's first family and that family aspect. But I think from a comics perspective, I never got into the comics. However, I did understand the vibe of Fantastic Four. I think for me, like the 90s cartoon Fantastic Four, like I love that. Like that whole Marvel hour with them and Iron Man, like that was where I really came to really like and love the Fantastic Four. So I remember like I didn't see the Josh Trank movie. I didn't want to see it. And
so you never seen that one? No.
I've heard so much about it. I'm glad I didn't. But I did see the first Tim Story movies. It's funny. I'm in there and I'm watching it today, and I'm having good flashbacks of seeing the Rise of Silver Surfer with my spouse and just how we talked about that. So it was like I had those great memories being in this movie. But like you said to start, they got the Fantastic Four so right. I mean, perfect. Chef's kiss. Straight up. And I think one of the things we talked about before, I don't remember we did it on the show or we did it individually. Like, I think I was concerned about Pedro Pascal's Mr. Fantastic. Personally speaking, nailed it. Ebon Moss-Bachrach.
Yeah.
He was great as a thing, but let me tell you, and again, I don't want to get too much into it, but they made the Thing feel like he was this massive creature, from his size on camera as well as the sound effects as he walked. Like, you felt like this massive creature was walking down the street. And when he's in camera, you felt like he took up space. Again, not to just, I loved Michael Chiklis in the first two movies. Loved them. I loved the make of them, but it was, again, it's early 2000s. Different time, different place. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, not to discredit her, I don't think you need a must-be Sue Storm from an acting chops, but she did a great job. But what's his name? Johnny. That's the guy that I love how they wrote Johnny in this movie. I loved how he wasn't just a hothead. He actually used his brains, his wits. Like it was a real family dynamic, and they were a team. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes when we've seen iterations of the Fantastic Four, they focus too much on Johnny being that hothead.
Yeah.
Really. So where he's not really like he's there, but he so much goes off on his own and messes stuff up. You saw them work as a team, but more importantly, you saw them work as a family. And I love that so much about the casting and the writing as well.
Completely agree, man. Joseph Quinn, right?
Yes,
Is
Joseph Quinn.
our Johnny Torch, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Oh my gosh, people are gonna take my fan card away. He was the one I wasn't quite sure, but man, did he nail it?
He
He was
did.
perfect, and the buddy relationship with Thing, the that they would be the responsible ones because the Brainiac, Mr. Fantastic, the uncles are gonna kind of take over and take care of this baby. Just brilliant, man. It was so well done. And Vanessa Kirby, man, they paid a nod and showed how powerful she is
Yes,
in this film. And I won't spoil, but like just really well done. And Shia LaBeouf, everybody was talking a lot of shit because they were mad that they're doing a female Silver Surfer, Julia Garner. She killed that role. She worked with what they gave her. And Ralph Ineson, we got a lot of Galactus, but so I feel we didn't get a lot of Galactus, but he was perfect and he set the tone and was powerful and a threat in every scene.
Yes.
It was beast mode, man. I love the fantastic car. Just all these little moments.
Everything was so perfect, man. That's
perfect,
the
bro.
And part. And let me tell you, from a story perspective, so much of the story was unpredictable, and I love that. Some other movies that came out that I enjoyed, I still predicted so much of what was going to happen. There is so much of the main plot points of this movie that even watching the movie were not predictable. I didn't think they were going to beat Galactus at one point in time.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I thought this was the first film where we're going to see a villain win at the end. And then we're going to bring them now into the other part of the MCU, which I'm now like, when is that going to happen?
Right.
Because they close this. Well, again, I don't want to spoil.
Right.
But, just was thinking a lot of thoughts. I had different stories of how this was going to be written. And yeah,
exactly. And there are so many stories of the first Galactus meeting with the Surfer that are out there. So it's so much inspiration to draw from to still have to take this classic story and to do such a new innovative twist on it. I'm impressed with just how they did the movie. Again, Shia LaBeouf as a Silver Surfer, choosing her instead of NORAD, one, something different, but two, it served the plot of the movie, making it Shia LaBeouf. I love that. And again, we had no issues. Like, okay, there's been Silver Surfer where it's Shia LaBeouf instead of NORAD, and she's the one to sacrifice. Like that shit. That's like 20, 30. That's when we were kids doing reading comics.
Plus, we can still get a male Silver Surfer, all you sexist animals.
We can
you know what I'm saying? These sexist mouth breathers out there. You will still get your Silver Surfer.
Like there are so many multiverse Heralds of Galactus we can have. But my point with that is it served the story. And again, you talk about that sort of retro-futurism. Man, that was done so well. Man, I was so impressed with how realistic of a world that was. And then again, not comparing it to other Marvel movies or any other superhero movies, but it was so real. It was such a lived-in world. And it's one that's in the 60s, it's totally believable. And of course, they came out in the 60s. And so that whole vibe was like, it was like you were, especially, look, after the opening 5 minutes of the movie, I was sold. Like,
right?
Right there, I was like, I was good. Because that was perfect. I was like, you can only, like, even if it's so from there, I'm still gonna love this movie. Because the first 5-10 minutes where you're in recapping all of their battles and you see all these little like classic characters, classic villains, classic covers, remade. I was like, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. This is worth my money right now. I'm good.
Exactly. And bro, as a person of color, I don't think I've ever wanted to go back and live in the 60s,
Never.
but I want to live in the 60s retro Fantastic
Yes.
Four universe.
Yes.
I would want to live in that world.
Yes.
It's amazing.
I want to see, and again, I have no idea what a sequel is going to look like. I want to see more of that world.
Yeah.
Honestly, that I can't say, look, the regular MCU is in the modern times, or I guess they're in 2026 or 2027. I don't know, but it's still like modern world. We live there. I don't. We want to leave here, especially now. But seeing the Fantastic Four and seeing their world, it's like, man, I want to explore this world. I want to see more of this. What are like the Fantastic Four with the Future Foundation have created this world peace in many respects.
Exactly.
And of course, there were two chairs that were very empty during that conference.
Yeah.
Spoilers. But I loved that. I loved how they showed the humanity of the Fantastic Four, but the fantastic of the Fantastic Four at the same time. And when it comes to how the world around them reacted, they didn't reverence them as gods, but they still respected them as who they are.
Exactly.
But also, they were still people. Like Ben Grimm could go and get cookies,
bro,
down the street,
yeah,
and still get talked to like I love that, and that's the sort of Fantastic Four we grew up with and understand. But seeing that there was a humanity to all of them, and I think sometimes this genre of movie fails to really encapsulate the humanity of these characters. And again, I'm not naming on it, even some recent movies. I feel like, oh, how much I love them. I feel like some of the characters still, the writers failed in really making that humanity feel real. Like they tried in their speeches and whatnot. Just how everything flowed. Like these people were human, first and foremost, even down to just wanting a mom protecting her child,
bro. Right?
So,
and then how she came out to talk to the public, to say some stuff. Again, I'm trying to be careful with not spoiling, but just all of those moments.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is about family.
Yes.
And that was in every layer of this film. And the fantastical. They balanced everything so well done. I have 10 no notes. You know what I'm saying? Usually, you have one or two things that maybe you feel. I have no notes for this film.
Me either. They're like, I talked to you about some other movies off camera that, just came out. And I said, I saw this coming a mile away, or I felt like it was a bit too long. Nah, I have no issues with this movie from top to bottom. I have no notes, no problems. The runtime was perfect. Casting was perfect. Everything. I think the only one thing that I felt like took me out for a half second was the scene when Ben was talking to the teacher for the first time and counting the camera angle in the street. I could tell it was green screen.
Oh, gotcha.
That was it. That was like the only, and again, it was a blip.
Very minor.
Yeah, very minor. But I caught that, and it was only because of the camera angle. Because when they had other camera angles, no sort of issue was. So that camera angle, I could tell because he was sort of out of position in that. But I don't care. It was a great movie from top to bottom. And I'll say this. Look, we've been conditioned. It's almost 20 years now. Who leaves a Marvel movie before the end credits are over?
You had people leaving, bro.
Half the theater left as soon as the movie ended. They didn't even get to that end credit, let alone what was at the very end. I was like, have we not?
So they left the mid. They didn't even catch the mid credit scene.
No, they left. I was like, what?
Some people, bro. Some people.
I don't get it. Look, we know by now. Look, look, it doesn't matter the movie now. You said to the end, just because.
Exactly. Right? Especially a Marvel film.
Yeah.
Bro, I think we've said it all, man. You know, just an amazing film. I do want to get into some thoughts of where you think we're going to go, but we'll save that for a real quick end of credit piece, y'all. So stay tuned to the end of credits because we don't want to spoil for the people. So we're going to save it to the very end. Any final words? Any favorite scene or favorite character that shined before we get up out of here, Webster style?
I love the explanation of Thing's beard.
Yes.
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Amazing.
The fact that he was using, I don't know what the tool was to trim the stone.
Yeah.
So, but it grew like hair. Like there are so many questions there with that. Some I don't want to know. But I was like, that was brilliant. And then just the look of, and again, that's been in the comics before, but still, like that was just. The Thing was one of those characters like I needed to see in a big screen because commercials don't always do it justice. And seeing it, like I said before, I just really enjoyed the size and weight of, like, you felt like he was this massive man of rock walking down the street all the time in frame. So
but still the lovable green-eyed Thing.
Yes. So I shout out to Ebon for playing the Thing and the whole cast, but I really say Joseph Quinn was my favorite. I love Johnny. I love his portrayal of Johnny. I love what they gave Johnny to do in this movie and how he impacted the plot. He wasn't just some stupid hothead. He was thoughtful. He was loving. He was caring. He went and used his brain to try to figure out a problem when everybody else was dealing with something. I loved it. Yeah. I loved this movie.
He was a true torch. Like all of them are now the roles for me. Yeah. I wasn't quite sure, but they made it work. Pedro, again, that brother's in fucking everything, but he was the fucking Mr. Fantastic finally.
He was.
Like Ian Grufford looked at that time, but you know what? Maybe I'll fault what he had to work with because I don't want to knock him as because you have what you got to work with. He looked that fucking Pedro was Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he nailed it. He had that 60s kind of look too, which they were going for, but just how you would think Reed Richards would act, he fucking was Reed Richards, dude. He was.
In every way, man. It was amazing. And Vanessa Kirby, amazing. All right, y'all, we're gonna sign off. I can't forget one thing. Who did make an appearance that was really cool.
Yes.
And he's making an appearance here on the NRW. I had to get Herbie. Herbie, bro, if you were a fan of the cartoon, Herbie was we didn't talk Herbie at all. What did you think of our Herbie, man?
Let me tell you, when I first
saw truly a Fantastic Five, if you include Herbie.
When I saw Herbie in the trailer, I was like, oh shit.
Fucking Herbie, bro.
That was at the 70s series or the 6th, I forget. We seen it all. I was just like, yo, that's so cool. They got Herbie. And the fact that Herbie was such an integral part throughout the movie.
Exactly.
Wasn't just like a one-off. Like that kitchen scene wasn't it. All throughout the movie, Herbie was a part of the family.
He helped save the planet. He saved the world.
Right.
Everything. He was like the 5th member, bro.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So I had to drop some change because this cost quite a bit.
I bet.
Bro. But it's an amazing thing. This head is an actual you take this off, it's a cup. There's like a place to put your straw. There's
that's a cup?
Candy in the front, popcorn in the back. The whole body's like the popcorn holder. But yeah, it's multifaceted, which is crazy.
You got that at the theater?
Yeah, AMC. Shout out to AMC Theaters.
Oh, snap.
It was $75.
Whoa.
But it was worth it, bro. You get a large popcorn, you get candy, and you also got a drink. So really, with all of that, you're spending plus this amazing, almost life-size prop.
Yeah, you can spend that just with a family of 3 already. So
I had to cop it. I'm a Fantastic fan, and I got to get the Galactus head, and everybody knows about that online. But I didn't know that they were doing Herbie. We all knew about the Galactus. So when you come to the studio, I'm nerding out a little bit. I had to drop a few change. My wife was also looking at me like, this motherfucker.
As
she gave me the look, bro.
She do. As a good wife, she do.
Because we just bought our daughter the Jaws 50th anniversary popcorn bucket that's sold out everywhere, but it was at this AMC where we had the press screening. So we had just dropped I think it was like almost $50 for that Jaws head, but she's a shark, a Colgan shark. Shout out to the Colgan sharks. And then I bought this and she was like, "Are you serious?" Because she already knows I want to get the popcorn, and she's okay with the Galactus popcorn bucket, which is another fucking $80 for that thing. And here I spent like 75, 80 on this, but this Herbie's sweet. Anyway, y'all, we're off on some popcorn buckets. Talk about popcorn buckets in the comments below. Y'all know you're copping it. It's like a thing now. It's awesome. It'll be reused or just look cool on your side display. Anyway, that's our Fantastic Four review. We're loving it. They killed it. It's fantastic. Underline it. Bold it. Fantastic Four. We finally have the best Fantastic Four film here, and I can't wait to explore this universe more. I want to live in this fucking universe. Web Style, appreciate your time. Y'all, like I said a second ago, we're going to talk some spoilers at the end real quick, maybe, and also where we think it's going to go. So stay tuned to that. That's my man, Web Style. I'm Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Peace.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule. Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes, Nerds Rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
So much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys. All right, y'all. We're at the end. And as you see on the screen, I have spoilers going off. If you're here, we warned you. We said it earlier. You're at the very end. You see spoilers on the screen. It's about to go down. I don't know what real spoilers to say, Web Style, other than I'm curious now, where the fuck are we going to go now with this universe? Yeah, and so I'm curious your thoughts. Do we think Galactus is dead? I don't think so. He got shot. Well, it's known. They shot him into another universe. But did Shalabal die in that effort to get in there? Or are they both now trapped? And will Galactus kill her there? Who knows? But man, it's going to be very interesting where we're going to go moving forward. I'm curious where we're going to now get Titus 626. Did you see Thunderbolts?
Yes.
At the end of Thunderbolts, we saw them seeing the ship.
Yeah.
So what is your theory, thoughts? What are you writing in your head of where we're going? What would you like to see next, I guess?
Let me tell you. I don't know. I have no theories.
And that's also a good thing, I would say, right?
Everything is piecemeal, but nothing's connected. Like we saw the end with...
Oh, we saw Dr. Doom.
Yeah, Doom.
With Franklin. And bro, we didn't even talk during the film how crazy we got Franklin Richards in the MCU now.
Right. That's going to change a lot of things. But I don't know. We got the end of Thunderbolts. We got. I'm trying to remember the end of Brave New World. I don't think that was as connected though.
Oh yeah. What? You know what? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, everybody, the leader, they're all in the raft. The leaders.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was saying about he was basically
President Thunderbolt Ross, Red Hulk is in the raft.
Harboring
they're all trapped
elements coming. That's right. So it was that was the whet our appetite. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know.
How are we bridging all of that shit?
Yeah, and that's the thing. How is it going to be bridged? What's next?
In regards to like series or film?
Yeah.
Well, we just wound up with and dude, we just closed up with Ironheart with Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto.
And Ironheart making, her character making a deal with him now. We've got all these weird tie-ins and shit. Like, where are we going?
I don't think we get anything else until Doomsday comes out. If I remember,
Doomsday's next year, right? I believe Doomsday's next year.
Yeah, it got pushed back though. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think this is the last film for this year for Marvel.
I think so.
So yeah, I have no idea. Not unless Doom finds a way to use Franklin to bring the realities together in his power, because that's the only thing I can see outside of with some of the rumors I've seen where they've talked about possibly, again, not saying bringing back Jonathan Majors, but showing what happened.
The underlying Kang threat.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, like so they could address that in some way, shape, or form in order to tie all this together. But I don't know how they're going to bring this together to Battle World. But I'll say this much. I'm excited to see what happens, but I'm excited to see what the MCU is like after.
Yeah.
Because we know in the comics how everything changed, or so much changed after that last Secret Wars, where everybody got Battle World and everything, and how the Ultimate Universe got phased in and everything. It's going to be interesting. I just hope I hope they do it right. This gives me hope. Now, look, I don't understand people. I love Brave New World. Mm-hmm. Like if I would have had time, I would have saw it again in the theater. That's how much I loved it. I thought it was an intelligent movie, which is what all the Captain America movies are.
Agreed.
Thunderbolts, I enjoyed it. I was expecting something different, so I was a little deflated when I left.
Yeah.
I was expecting something different, but it was still a good movie, just not what I was expecting. So again, a little bit of disappointment, but still good, especially with characters. And Florence Pugh, she is like my white girl crush for some reason, so I love her regardless.
Right? There's something about Florence Pugh, bro, but she's
I know
something there, bro, and I don't know what it is.
It just like
I'm with you. I'm with you on the Florence Pugh.
So, and then we get the best movie of the three for the year. I don't care what they say box office wise. Marvel's on a roll. I don't think Marvel ever went away.
Same.
But these last three movies have been really good movies. Much like a lot of the MCU was in the beginning. Like I said before, I was while it's not MCU, I was thinking like the previous Fantastic Four movies and how the quality they were. Not saying they were bad, but they were different style of movie.
Yeah.
But you got into, and again, I still say to this day, Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU movie, period. Just because it was so good from top to bottom. And you had the action, you had the seriousness, you had it all there. But it was just a good freaking movie, not just a good comic book movie. The last three movies were just good movies. And Fantastic Four it was just a good movie and so well done. And
bro, this is up there. Now you got me thinking with what you just said. Mm-hmm. Where would I place this with all the rest of superhero movies? This might have to overtake a couple things, bro.
I don't disagree. It was just such a good movie. Not just it was a good one, but the casting was on point. And like we said in the review, we have no notes. There's like nothing in this movie I would change.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing. And that is very rare that either you or I would say there is nothing we would change about a movie.
Exactly.
Especially in this genre. But let's get a little bit of spoilers. The fact, like I talked about Human Torch, the
Yeah.
fact that he utilized the recordings and figured out the language, like I love that added depth to the character, because one of the things I said in the beginning of the movie to myself was when they talked about how like some of the smartest people, I'm like, why is Johnny Storm there? Why is he part of this group, this quartet, if it's supposedly the smartest people that Reed could find? I'm like, nah, that ain't happening, right?
Yeah.
But he showed why
exactly
in that effort. And I appreciated that. Johnny was not just a hothead, how he's always depicted. And I really appreciate it and love that.
Agreed. 100%. It's been there in the character, but they hadn't done that cinematically, and we finally got that. And shout out to Joseph Quinn. Man, I can now no longer see anybody else in that role. You know, Chris Evans was cool, you know, but he's Cap now, obviously.
Yeah.
But well, post Cap, because we got Anthony Mackie now, the real Cap, you know, with things are in the universe. But yeah, man, just love this film. Really love this film. It was really well done, and I can't wait to see what we're gonna do next. Hopefully, well, I don't think Galactus died, and I'd be mad if they did kill Galactus off, but they're not killing off Galactus.
I think
I'm curious if Shia LaBeouf is dead, so that way can be their gateway to give us a male. Which I'm good either way. Give me both. You know, although I do have an affinity to the male Silver Surfer, but I'm not like all these other sexist fans out here that whatever.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doug Jones. I loved him as a Silver Surfer and Rise of
Yeah,
Silver
I
Surfer.
thought he was he looked it and killed it.
He was the best part about that movie.
Best part.
Except when they got him off the surfboard, like you can tell it wasn't that great special effects sort of thing. But when he's on the surfboard, freaking phenomenal for 2007.
Yeah.
When it came out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, shout out to Doug Jones. I would be interested. You talk about maybe where we're going. I would be surprised to a degree to see if somehow Galactus, did not make an appearance, but was utilized in some way during Doomsday or Secret Wars, with the universes coming together.
Yeah.
Because I can see that happening, especially Doom trying to find a way to, you know, manipulate anything he can.
Yeah. I am excited, man. I'm super excited. So, y'all, we're going to close this out because we could probably go for a while. And we've got other recordings. We got other stuff. We got the Checkpoint Squad that my brother Webster Style leads with our pal Brian Saff here on the NRW. We got a lot of things popping off. Go check it out. We're done spoiling, but go check out the Fantastic Four First Steps, y'all. It's a great film. Probably my favorite comic film of the year. And that's, right there with Superman. I think Marvel and DC came out guns a-blazing this year, and we have two of the year's best, probably some of the best comics films this year now that would rank up there, at least for me, if I'm looking at my rankings right now. They killed it. All right, that's my man Webster Style. I'm Queen P. Nerds Rule the World.
Peace.